A person was caught on video taking Jennifer Kesse's car. The car had been left at an apartment complex near her home. The camera recorded the person walking away. Yet the face was hidden, the picture was poor, and the case soon faced a cruel fact. Police had an image of someone linked to Jennifer's disappearance, but not a clear way to name that person. Jennifer Kesse was 24 years old when she went missing from the Mosaic condos in Orlando, Florida in 2006. She had a job, a home, and a life that moved by routine. Then, without a known warning, that routine broke. Her family could reach no one. Her home did not give them the answer they needed. The first signs were simple, and that made them harder to read. Jennifer's car was not at the Mosaic condos. She was not at work. She did not answer calls. Soon, family members and police faced the central question in every missing person case. Had she left by choice, or had someone taken control of her life? The car became the first major piece of evidence. It was found at a nearby apartment complex away from Jennifer's home. That place mattered because it suggested a movement between 2 points. Someone had driven the car there. Someone had left it. The distance was close enough to raise a sharp question about how Jennifer might have traveled back, if she had traveled at all. Security footage from the complex captured a person parking the vehicle. The recording did not show a clear face. The person's body was partly blocked by the camera's view, and the image lacked the detail needed for a firm identification. Still, the footage placed a human figure beside Jennifer's abandoned car. It turned an empty vehicle into a possible link to her disappearance. That link gave investigators a path, but not a name. The person in the video became a person of interest because of the timing and the car. That label did not prove guilt. It did not prove the person had harmed Jennifer. It showed only that the figure might hold a part of the answer, and that the answer remained out of reach. For Jennifer's family, the footage carried two feelings at once. It offered proof that something had happened around the car. It also showed how little the recording could tell them. They could see movement but not intent. They could see a body but not an identity. Evidence was present, yet its power was limited by its quality. The investigation had to work through what the scene could support. Police could examine the car, the route between the condo and the apartment complex, and the recording itself. Each item might confirm a time, a place, or a possible action. But no single piece could explain where Jennifer was, who had driven the car, or what happened after the vehicle was left. That is the hard gap in many missing person cases. A clue can point toward an event without showing the event itself. The car showed a change in location. The CCTV footage showed a person near the car. Neither piece showed Jennifer's final known moments. The most important part of the story remained outside the frame. The camera's limits became central to the case. It was not a clean record made for a police investigation. It was a security image shaped by distance, angle, light, and obstruction. A person could be visible enough to draw attention, yet hidden enough to defeat recognition. The footage did not fail because nothing was recorded. It failed because the recording stopped just short of certainty. Investigators also had to consider what the figure's presence did and did not mean. The person may have been connected to the car. That was an unverified possibility, not a proven fact. The figure may have known Jennifer, may have been a stranger, or may have had another reason to be there. Without a clear face or supporting evidence, the image could not settle the question. As police worked the case, time became another problem. Early evidence is often strongest when memories are fresh, records are easy to collect, and a trail has not grown cold. Every delay can weaken those tools. A witness may forget a detail. A record may be lost. A lead may end before investigators can test it. The investigation needed answers faster than the evidence could provide them. The case also shows why place matters. Jennifer's condo was part of a busy residential setting while the car was found at another apartment complex nearby. People came and went through both areas. Ordinary movement created many possible explanations. The same kind of setting that offered witnesses and cameras also created noise, making it harder to know which detail belonged to Jennifer's story. For the people who knew Jennifer, the word missing could never feel like a complete description. It reduced a full life to an absence. She was not only a name in a police file, she was a daughter, a friend, and a young woman with plans that stopped without explanation. The lack of a known ending forced those close to her to live with questions that had no safe place to land. Public attention helped keep the case from fading completely. Jennifer's name remained tied to the image from the apartment complex, an image that many people could study but no one could turn into a confirmed identity. The footage became known for what it almost revealed. Its value was not that it solved the case. Its value was that it preserved a narrow, troubling moment. That moment also shaped public ideas about technology. People often believe a camera creates certainty. In reality, a camera only records what its position allows it to see. If the face is blocked, the image is blurred, or the person is too far away, the recording may hold less proof than viewers expect. The Kesse case became a clear example of that CCTV paradox, having footage without having recognition. The investigation could follow many possible lines, but each line needed evidence. A person seen near the car had to be connected to the disappearance through more than timing alone. A witness account had to be checked. A theory had to be separated from a fact. That work is slow by nature, and it becomes harder when the central event left no clear public record. No confirmed account explains where Jennifer went after she disappeared from the Mosaic condos. No identified person has been established as the figure in the footage. The public record supports a chain of known facts, but it does not complete the chain. Jennifer was present in her life, absent from it, and linked to a car that appeared somewhere else. That missing middle is why the case still holds attention. The beginning is clear enough. Jennifer was gone, and concern grew. The next point is also clear enough. Her car was found at a nearby complex. Between those points sits the mystery. What happened at the condo? Who moved the car? And why did the camera capture so little of the person who may have known? The unanswered questions do not make every theory equal. Some ideas may fit part of the evidence, while others may rely on guesses. A responsible investigation must keep that line clear. Speculation can suggest where to look, but it cannot replace proof. In Jennifer's case, the strongest public facts remain the disappearance, the abandoned car, and the unclear CCTV image. The passage of years adds weight, but it does not change the evidence. Time cannot make a blocked face clear. It cannot place Jennifer inside a moment that was never recorded. It can, however, change the tools available to investigators. New review methods, improved image work, and fresh witness memories may offer paths, but any new claims still must be tested against the known record. For Jennifer's family, the case is not an old story. The date may be 2006, but the loss does not stay in that year. A family can mark birthdays, holidays, and years that pass without the one answer they need. The absence becomes part of daily life, not because it is accepted, but because no confirmed truth has taken its place. The apartment complex footage remains powerful for a reason that is easy to understand. It shows a person who may be close to the answer, yet the person's face is hidden by the camera's limits. The image offers presence without identity, movement without motive, and a clue without a conclusion. Few forms of evidence create such a sharp promise and such a hard refusal. The case also warns against treating technology as a witness with perfect memory. A camera cannot explain what it records. It cannot tell police why a car was moved or whether the person beside it knew the missing woman. It can preserve a moment, but human judgment must supply the meaning. When the image is weak, that meaning must remain careful. Jennifer Kesse's disappearance endures because the evidence points forward, then stops. The Mosaic condos mark the place where her known routine broke. The nearby apartment complex marks where her car was left. The CCTV recording marks the narrow space between those facts. But the person in that frame has not been identified, and Jennifer has not been found. What remains is not a finished story, but a record of a life interrupted and an investigation held back by one cruel detail. The camera saw enough to show that someone was there. It did not see enough to tell the world who. Until that gap is closed with reliable evidence, Jennifer Kesse remains missing, and the question that began in Orlando, Florida in 2006 remains open.